Hello, today I'd like to show you a really simple but very effective tip. If you're struggling with any stretches on guitar, if you're finding that you can't make the stretch, it's too wide of a gap, I want to show you something that I use with my own students that's really effective in gently increasing the amount that you're able to stretch. So here's what to do about that. Take the item, whatever it is, if it's a chord or a scale or a lick or whatever it is, take it and move it up the neck, because as you go up the neck, the frets become smaller. So let's say we were doing this with a power chord. So start up high and then move it down. Just like this. Okay, now the way that this works is that the frets get gradually bigger as you move down, but it's very gradual. So if you start something at the 15th fret, say, and you move it down to the 14th, there's hardly any difference between the size of those frets. So if you can do that, then you can certainly do a fret lower. And if you can do that, then you can do a fret lower than that. And then the one down from that doesn't feel like much of an increase either. You can keep going. With each fret that you move down, it doesn't really feel like you're doing much different from before, but what you are doing is stretching just a little bit more. So although you won't notice the difference fret by fret, there's definitely a difference between doing it there and doing it there, say. But the guitar neck actually allows you the perfect way to train that in a really gentle way. Let me just show that with a scale shape, the beginning of the major scale. So if you play it down here, just a really big stretch initially. Now, it's not about, don't get in that trap of thinking that like my hands are too small or your fingers are too small to cover the kind of distances involved in scales. Okay, it's not really about that. It's not actually about that at all. It's about the flexibility of your fingers. So it's more like yoga for your fingers. Your fingers actually need to become more limber and more flexible. That's what's happening. That's how people are able to do stretches. So I struggled with big stretches in all the same kind of ways. So yeah, I was going to take that with a scale shape. Now down here, that's a large gap. But if we take it 12 frets higher, the absolute distance covered by the hand is much smaller. So same thing, taking that shape, walking it down. And now, by this point on the neck, I can feel that stretch coming into play, but like I said, it's very gradual, so it's very gentle. Now you don't have to aim to get all the way down in one day or in one practice session. You don't need to do that. What you can do is just maybe do a few frets on the first day. Let's say you got there on the first day and that was feeling like quite a stretch. Well, that's okay. Just remain in that kind of area for a while, maybe even for a couple of days. Solidify what's going on there at the higher frets, where the frets are way smaller, allowing you to master that shape and then progressively get better at your stretch by using the fretboard itself as your training tool. That's what to do anytime you have a problem with a stretch. This really works, and it doesn't injure the hand, so it's a lot better than trying to force something down here and maybe putting something out. No need to do that. Just bring it up to where it's easy, then move it progressively down. You'll eventually get all the way down, and when you do, that'll feel perfectly comfortable and you'll have nailed it. Try it out and see how it goes. I think it'll really be helpful. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tip, and see you next time.